Welcome back to Dream F1 to what is a very special race here today. Today will only be the second time that a Formula 1 championship round is taking place at Le Mans. The last and so far only time that the French Grand Prix was held at the Le Mans Bugatti circuit was all the way back in 1967 and it was won by Jack Brabham. Today our 24 drivers will all be lining up to step in his footsteps. Alpine has a great opportunity to turn their season around at home. They wrote off the first half of the season that was rather underwhelming for the team that aimed to close the gap to the top 3 teams. Now at their home race, they are as motivated as ever. Let's just hope for them and the home crowd that their expectations are not too high, but a great result here could really raise the spirits for the final half of the season. Exciting news on the drivers market as Kamui Kobayashi announced his retirement from Dream F1 at the end of this year. He will remain with the team for the remainder of the season, trying to score further points for them in their first year after a longer break. This opens an interesting seat at a manufacturing team. However, Honda is rumored to have an eye on their junior driver Ayumu Iwasa, who is currently competing in the Formula 3 Open World Series. And let's head straight into that series that raced at the Fuji International Speedway this weekend. And it was Callum Hedge from Jack Doohan off the line with Iwasa starting in third. Hedge choosing a wide line into turn 1 allowed Doohan to slip through into the lead of this race, while Hedge, Iwasa and Maney made it 3 wide into the following corner. Later, Hedge was able to regain the lead from Jack Doohan, but that battle was far from over. With 3 laps to go, Ayumu Iwasa, who has constantly been driving in third, got a fantastic run on the 2 leading cars and was bravest on the brakes once they reached the turn 1 hairpin. From there, Iwasa took the lead, the checkered flag and the lead in the Formula 3 Open World Series Championship, further underlining his ambitions to join Honda next season. Back to Dream F1, and for the 9th race of the season, as already mentioned, we head to France, more specifically to Le Mans, where we are racing at the permanent circuit Bugatti that uses part of the iconic Circuit de la Sarthe, home of the annual 24 Hours of Le Mans. This track is quite a technical one and overtaking might be a bit of a challenge, but we'll see what it really is like in a few moments. But let's first take a look at the starting grid where Carlos Sainz took pole position ahead of Max Verstappen. Lando Norris starts a very strong third. Then also a good qualifying for Mick Schumacher, our teammate, who starts from 8th. And then on the second page it gets really interesting. First of all, we start from P14 into this race, but then look at that. Sebastian Vettel 18th, Charles Leclerc 19th and Lewis Hamilton 20th. So this is because they were not able to get a clean lap in qualifying. They were struggling a lot with traffic on this short technical track, and that is why they're starting from way back there. So it will be interesting what they can do from these very underwhelming starting positions. Well, here we are, the return of the French Grand Prix and Formula 1 racing at Le Mans. Quite a lot of wheel spin here at the start, and now this is going to be a very tricky one. That first corner, whoa, we locked the brakes just to avoid the back of the 2 Alpines. Oh, yeah, we would have needed to leave the track with bodyguards if we would have taken them down in turn 1, but all fine. We didn't even get that much of a flat spot. Ocon was running wide there a bit. Oh, there's a safety car already. What has happened? Interesting. We didn't lose a car, so they're all still going. The game told us to stay behind Oscar Piastri, so that was really close. We were side by side with Ocon when the safety car came out, and they are almost everyone is pitting. The only car that is staying out is, who is it? Sergio Perez. And who else? Once again, we're doing the same thing that we did in Canada. Everybody else came in, stopping very early in this race. Probably trying to... Whoa, 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 that is a huge accident. A car upside down that looks like a Williams. Might have been Albon. Holy crap. I'll show a replay right now, but that looks shocking. Oh my word. In the meantime, what I can tell you, Carlos Sainz, Alex Palou, Yuki Tsunoda, our teammate Mick Schumacher and Sergio Perez all staying out. As we're approaching the restart, I just forgot to turn off the battery, so I've been spending energy and wasn't able to fully recharge it. And then, well, of course, look at the front tires. They have been losing quite a lot of temperature. Around the final corner we go. Carlos Sainz will set the pace. And I guess he... Whoa, is on the throttle right now! And we immediately lose a spot because I had a big tag slapper there out of the final corner. Esteban Ocon passed us. But into turn 1 we take it back. Late on the brakes, but we run wide, and that is Leclerc through. Terrible restart, but still, we are trying to hang on round the outside of Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton now putting us under immense pressure round the outside. He tries to go. Oh, we stick to the rear of Charles Leclerc. Oh, but Lewis is relentless right now in his attack. You really need to be very careful on the throttle. I need to gain a bit of confidence on this track. Really, really unfamiliar track. Oh, Leclerc and Ocon also having a major battle ahead of us. Need to stop watching that and focus on my own race. Oh, and once again out of the final corner, really need to be careful there. But it's so frustrating because you need to get a good exit out of there to have a chance of overtaking anyone. Lot of debris still there in that chicane. Below the Dunlop Bridge we go. Oh, Leclerc and Ocon, there they go towards the chicane. There is a bit of contact between them. We don't manage to take advantage from that situation as I lock my front right, going wide, downhill. Just avoiding the gravel, but that of course allows Lewis Hamilton to slip through, and our front right not looking too healthy anymore either. So, lap 18 is the halfway point. I want to take the tires around that point, so I really need to be careful now with the front right. Our main glimmer of hope is that we can somewhat keep up with the pace of Esteban Ocon and are gaining on Bottas and Verstappen. Verstappen also stuck now behind Bottas, who did not pit yet. Verstappen, race leader, or well, the first car that has pitted during that early safety car. No, not again! Ah, damn it! No, that's really bad. Get back on track, come on. Oh, and that's terrible. Ah. Yeah, that corner is really tricky as it goes downhill and you easily lock up your tires. And now we're behind Bottas, Norris and Verstappen. And these are guys that have already pitted. Once again, locking the front right. That one is not looking healthy at all right now. Moving the brake bias a bit rearwards to maybe avoid locking up. Well, that certainly is an issue now. You can't be early enough on the throttle. They will continue to get away from you. But now. Whoa. Okay. That was a bit argy-bargy. I admit that, but I don't really want to give those places back. Race direction. Did not complain. So let's stay there. Okay, Sergio Perez diverting from the from his earlier strategy, coming in now. That's interesting. Very interesting choice. Oh wow, Bottas really is slow. Now the question is, where did Norris and Verstappen go? They're losing time. Okay, there is Norris again. Oh, surely now. Let's prove that we can do it cleanly as well. Oh, I really didn't want to be on that line, but wow, ahead even of that king we moved past. And that was clean, wasn't it? So, we've proven that we can do it cleanly. Of course, that doesn't make up for what we did earlier. But yeah, I guess I'm naughty today. Okay, Leclerc is now coming in. As we are running in a bit of a no man's land. Because we are getting away from Bottas. Not really getting closer to Ocon and Hamilton ahead of us. Where we were ahead of our mistake. So, woo, running a bit deep. Tire situation not getting better as we run wide there, but that rather cost us time than giving us any advantage. But I really think the overcut is powerful. I don't want to get stuck in traffic again, like the AI is, and like we were earlier. Okay, our lap times are now getting slower. And Carlos Sainz came in from the lead of this race. And his strategy actually worked, because he is now ahead of Bottas and Max Verstappen, his main rival for the race win. Which means we probably won't even need highlights for this race, because we've more or less witnessed this live. Verstappen decided to go in early, so did Norris. Yeah, come on, Sainz, just pass us. There's no point fighting this. as we are now extremely struggling on tires. Maybe this has been like, oh god, 2 laps too late that we will be coming in. But yeah, we will need to wait and see. But this is what happened at the front. Sainz staying out longer, waiting just long enough. I hope I slowed down enough to not gain advantage there. Yeah, Sainz came in, made his pit stop, came out ahead of Bottas. Very awkward pit entry. This is why I had such a long break there in that sentence. And yeah, we now need to see where we come out. I don't think points are any possibility here today. But let's wait and see. There is still people, a lot of... No, not really a lot of people yet to pit. And oh boy. Oh boy. Are we last? Sargent. Sargent is behind us. Well, he's out of the race, isn't he? He was the one that crashed in lap 1. We are last! Okay, I'd never imagined this strategy to be so terrible. Especially since Sainz was on the same one. And he is likely to win this race. Wow. So I mean, we will probably still have Bottas behind us. But that's it, right? Charles Leclerc is 22nd. Oh damn, that was a terrible strategy call. Now I don't even feel that bad for barging my way through earlier against Norris and Verstappen. Oh, look at that. Lewis also was in the pits in the meantime, and he's just ahead of us. Stuck behind Kevin Magnussen and Sergio Perez, who, well, on his side is also stuck behind Magnussen as we drift through that corner. Need to get back to focusing. Oh, and that's quite a feisty battle that they're having there. And Hamilton barges his way through against Perez. Oh no, why is our car sliding all of a sudden now? Didn't have that problem throughout the race. But I do now. Still faster than Magnussen, who seems to be really slow. And that I think means Hamilton should easily pass him now. Oh, but Magnussen is defending. Of course Magnussen is defending, he's Magnussen. We've learned our lesson. Why is the car now so sensitive under throttle? This almost feels like what happened at Barcelona, where all of a sudden the car was super snappy and terrible to drive. Okay, hello. Magnussen, Hamilton just can't pass Magnussen, now he's on the grass even. Okay. Surprise move, but Perez still closes the door on us. Let's try this again. But this is a fantastic run here. Oh, contact with Magnussen! Contact with Hamilton, he's just... Whoa! What? We've lost our rear wing. What has happened? Oh, for heaven's sake! How did we lose the rear wing? I mean, there was a bit of contact with Magnussen, but... Oh, gee. Whoa, with... Terrible to drive without a rear wing. Oh, sorry. Alex didn't want to go in your way. Alex Palou looks like he could win this race. Oh, damn it. Yeah, okay. I mean, you can try to fix it, but I don't think this will be of any use. Mick is in third. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack when we come into the pits for what I presume is to retire from this race. I need to get a replay of what happened to us there, because that looked really, really odd. I mean, yes, it was a bold move. We made a bit of contact with Magnussen, but that was like not too bad. It was a bit of argy-bargy. But then Lewis came alongside us and just didn't let go of us. Okay, I did indeed retire now from this race. Because, well, I don't think there was any point for us to continue. We just get in our way. But look at that. Mick Schumacher, he was in third ahead of his pit stop. And now he's all the way down in 15th. Well, at least he's got not as bad as we did. Here is Charles Leclerc. But staying out was a terrible decision for everyone that was held up behind Esteban Ocon. Oh look, Charles Leclerc in the meantime made it past Esteban Ocon. But overtaking is so difficult here that really this strategy only worked out for Alex Palou, who's still in the lead of this race. And I wonder why he's not coming in, because he might have had a chance to even beat Sainz at one point. Sainz now released out of the traffic. For him this strategy worked as well. It will work for Palou as well, because Sainz and Palou will probably finish, as it stands right now, a Spanish 1-2. Right now we are in lap 34 of 36. I'm really questioning what Alex Palou is doing. He just lapped Valtteri Bottas, and I presume he's still yet to make his pit stop. And once again, he's staying out. Or did I miss something and Palou was in at some point? But I'm pretty sure he was not in and will have to stop in those final 2 laps. He is still doing some okay-ish lap times, but Sainz is creeping closer, and due to the lapped traffic, I think Verstappen, well, he's also crawling closer. I don't know if it is enough to beat Palou to second, but I really don't understand what the thinking behind this from McLaren is. Now he's losing even more time. There's Checo Perez getting in Palou's way. Of course, maybe even trying to help his teammate a little bit. Absolutely shocking race for Sergio Perez. Well, and they're now finally in lap 35, so the final lap. Only now are McLaren calling Alex Palou in. And I don't know what their thinking was. Maybe they were thinking or waiting if another safety car comes and he might get the chance for a free pit stop to maybe even win this race. But this now may have cost him a podium finish. So this is some dodgy strategy there by McLaren, because he now has lost time in lap traffic. Even if they just stopped him 2 laps ago, he would have still stayed in second. But now Max Verstappen, there he is! Alex Palou lost second. And even, oh, he won't be happy with the team. Oh, there will be fireworks at McLaren for that decision. He lost so much time in lap traffic there. And yeah, he would have been able to stay in second had McLaren put him in just 2-3 laps earlier. Now on the final lap, he's only in 5th. Now that of course promotes Lando Norris on the podium. But this man here, we saw how his race came together and how this win happened. So in the end, it is the only driver for whom it worked to stay out at the very beginning of this race. Carlos Sainz makes that strategy work, brilliantly executed by Ferrari. I didn't know I would ever say that, but Ferrari with a strategic masterclass win at Le Mans. The French Grand Prix is theirs. Carlos Sainz wins once again and will extend his championship lead. Full results and standings will follow now. Well, and it has really been a dominant victory from Carlos Sainz ahead of Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. So the top three as they started, although, well, not really that straightforward. Then George Russell in 4th and Alex Palou in 5th. Alex Albon, by the way, scores another point for the Williams team. Mick Schumacher in the end dropped down to 15th. And then, well, Hamilton, Leclerc, Perez. And in the driver standings, that of course increases Carlos Sainz's lead, who is now 26 points ahead of George Russell, with Max Verstappen creeping closer, trying to bridge that gap at the front. And then on the second page, we are in 15th, still with our 4 points that we scored in Silverstone. Alex Albon passes Mick Schumacher as he now scored a 2nd point for Williams. Now, how is this result reflected in the Constructors' Championship? Well, Ferrari are now lead with 30 points ahead of Mercedes, Red Bull still in 3rd, McLaren gaining a bit on Porsche, and they are also creeping closer to Red Bull once again. A few more races like this in the second half of this season, and they might actually have a chance of attacking 3rd. Well, and that has been it for the 9th race of this Dream F1 season. The next one will be my home race in Germany. We are not going to race at Hockenheim this time, but at the legendary Nürburgring. So this is surely going to be interesting. And well, we are aiming for finally for a clean race once again, because that today was rather dreadful from my side. I hope to see you all there. Leave a like if you still enjoyed this video and subscribe to not miss anything going on this channel. So yeah, hope to see you all the next time. Until then, goodbye.